It's just he's off.
And I can't read it then.
You're not gonna have me read anything, are you? 'Cause I
Pretending
don't
like
have my glasses.
Oh no, I'm just
Okay,
gonna.
okay.
I can kind of think it like it's it's kind of there.
Oh yes. Yeah, but you're gonna start going like this.
Yeah, and I hate when I squint.
Me too.
Oh,
I have
then
to
you
get, so I have to get
can't.
so small to write.
You got to adjust the slide
Yes.
after that.
And then I just say the heck of it, I'm getting my glasses.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to 99-cent store and buy like 10 of those.
Right.
10,
Oh,
you know, so because they're $1 a piece, you know. And
Okay,
just
cameras in position. We're going live.
going live. Okay. Welcome to My Pimp TV. This is our new home. Our new home on the spot live at edityourvideo.com. Thank God. Man, I tell you, it's been a long journey. We've been doing the show for about half a year or so.
At least, yeah.
And we bless the other company. We bless those guys. We're so glad to be here with Ross and this whole new vibe, a positive vibe,
Yes.
total positivity.
It's great.
And
Nobody's
jump
falling
into
down
it.
drunk. I'm going to be sad.
Yes. I'm Ernest Thomas. You know me from Raj, from What's Happening, Mr. Omar on Everybody Hates Chris. I was Sydney X and Malcolm X. On my left here is my beautiful friend and buddy, Jerry Rochelle. She's from the Brady Bunch. She's also has done a million other shows as a child star, but you know her better as Jan Brady from the Brady Bunch. And on my, this is my right.
That's
I
your
said
other left.
You know what? You're going to have to stop. Okay. And on my left is a veteran comedian. She's worked with Paul Mooney. She's worked with some of the top comics in the nation. And she just goes by one name like Madonna. Pebbles.
Hey! Hi, everyone. I'm not really a tablecloth. I'm a human being. Thank you. Okay.
So we're here to engage you, provoke you, entertain you, save lives, talk about God, talk about sex, talk about politics. We cover all bases, but we keep it real and raw. And starting off, and the winner is Barack Obama, president.
Yeah.
Eat it. Eat it.
No.
Eat it.
No.
Eat it.
No.
Former Clinton, Hillary Clinton supporters.
I did love Hillary Clinton. That's yes.
I predicted. Didn't I predict this? Didn't I say this?
Didn't you say?
All right. Didn't I say? No, I did not say that.
Never.
I said I love her. I love Hillary. And if I said that, I had memory lapse.
Well, lapse doesn't matter.
No, I never said that. Honestly, I've always been for Barack. I love Hillary. But I said that Hillary, and God bless her, like she said, she broke the glass ceiling into 18 million pieces. She got 18 million votes. That's a lot.
Right.
Now, my question is, Barack, there's a great division there, though. Hillary is still, she's putting on a good front. But let's keep it real. She's hurting.
Oh yes, definitely.
She's really pissed off that she lost.
But she put 150% into it.
Yeah, she's in debt.
Yeah.
She's in debt. So the question is, first of all, it took her forever to concede the election, and I said forever, a day is too long. Even her staunchest supporters, Congressman Rangel, who loves Hillary, he was pissed off. He says, I'm really upset with her that she has not conceded the election. She says, well, I today I'm just gonna think about some things. What's there to think about? Because you would want Barack to concede had you won.
Correct.
Exactly.
And I'm also, these are some thoughts so you guys can chime in. Also, why are a lot of the women and Latino supporters who are saying they will vote for McClain? You claim to want change. You want change and they want the war to stop, but McClain, who says he wants, if it takes 100 years, you'd rather vote for McClain then vote for Barack Obama.
Okay,
I smell racism.
Well, I
smell racism.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening. First of all, I wouldn't vote for McCain. I'm voting for Obama. Obviously, we discussed that before too.
Yeah.
But
you know, Hillary's people are saying that. A third of her.
But you know why? They're voting for McCain because they're expecting him to drop dead and his wife to take over. And his wife is. No, it's not true. I'm not like being fun. All right, I am. But no, I'm serious. Because they think he's going to drop dead. And she is brilliant, by the way, his wife.
She's not the vice president, honey.
Well,
she's not going to take over.
Well,
that's
yeah,
not. I mean,
that's what they're going to do. That's the setup. Okay, that's it. I have nothing.
They just know he's not going to last.
Right. That's correct.
Okay. All right.
What do you think, Jerry?
I smell racism. I'm sorry.
I do. I smell a little bit of racism.
Yeah, come on.
Because I know between the Latinos and the blacks, and it shouldn't be just because of that alone.
Yeah.
But I just think that they would rather vote white.
Yeah.
Than just vote for anybody, even if they're a lot better. They have goals, you know, and they're going to make this world better and get everything working right again in Washington.
Yes.
I still feel that the animosity between those two, because look, you have a lot of the gang members. They're still at each other.
Yes.
The Latinos and the blacks, they're still at each other a lot.
Yes. Yes.
So
and it's run out of jails.
Yeah. So you know,
it's all a setup.
I think part of it's racism as well. Not all of it.
Not all of it.
Yeah, but I think that has to do with it a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I think Obama's going to win, number one. I don't know. You know, a lot of people say
he's ahead right now. Right now, if the election happened, he would win the election. Right.
He's very loved. They needed a fresh thing happening, and now I'm hearing all the conspiracy about Obama. He's this, he's that, he's that. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. I mean, it's weird.
That's one of the reasons.
And I'm worried about his health. I'm worried about him getting shot. I mean, for me, I'm worried about what's going to happen to him. I hope he's safe.
Well, that's another thing I didn't like that Hillary did, that she put out that seed about Robert Kennedy getting shot. And a lot of people were pissed off about that. I was really pissed off. And I said, shame on you. She was like pulling out all the stuff. It's like, you know, how desperate can you be to be the president? Keep it. If we want someone different, if you want someone with honor and principles, then be that person. Don't, you know, at the last minute attack someone who you say is your friend. So she threw out the Robert Kennedy thing, and everybody's, even people who loved it, like, whoa, what's going on? You know, because we know Obama had death threats already. The CIA and FBI are looking after him during this whole campaign because his life was already threatened. Right. You know, so on top of that, you got her supporters who said a third of them will go and vote for McCain rather than vote for Obama. And then you got the women who are like out of their fucking mind because they'd rather have a woman in there at all costs. We don't care what, just as long as she can win. We just want a female in there. You want an honorable, I'm the first to say, I think men have fucked it up for how many years? Since the beginning, since Adam, they have fucked it up.
But I have to say,
I'm just finishing the point. So I think that we need for the men to sit the fuck down. They have not shown leadership. They haven't shown any spiritual balls. They haven't shown moral balls. They haven't shown no political clout, no stand-up type of a guidance at all. So I let the women take over, who will not invent bombs and nuclear warheads to destroy the fucking world. So I'm for the women, you know, taking over, women who have character. I don't want a woman in there just to be a woman. And if Hillary obviously is not the one that the people chose. The people chose Barack Obama.
Can I jump in there?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I hear what you say, but the truth of the matter is, if you walk out of the picture and you're not in the picture, because you're right in the picture right now, history was made with Barack and with Hillary.
Yeah.
I'm real proud that we finally are where third world countries are.
Yeah.
It's very sad. Yeah. Because we are so backwards in that you know, with that. I mean, history was made regardless of what happened.
Absolutely.
If Hill lost, Barack wins.
But they made history regardless.
But they did.
Right.
And now this can happen again and again and again. Yeah. They broke the ice.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
The time 2008. Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. I just wish with that it would have been honor. With that victory, you know, that she could have just conceded immediately, because then he might have thought, well, you know what, I'm going to really make history. I'm going to make her the first female vice president of the United States. But when she pisses him off, but it didn't help that she didn't concede the first damn thing. How in the hell can you be even considered You know, and I know that they were saying that she wants him to help with the debt, but you're not really helping. So you're not really making people love you. You're not attracting that.
Yeah.
And I know he went to the Black Caucus, and sparks flew there too, because you had, you know, a lot of the Black Congress women and men who said, well, especially the women, and who said that Obama needed to reach out to the millions of women who still feel aggrieved, about somehow to heal that, you know, how, and he's saying, not get over it like being smart. He just said, look, man, we got the attack, we got the Republicans and the whole McLean machinery to deal with. We need to stop somehow. Y'all, I don't know what else to say. I said she was a great person. She put on a great campaign. How much healing, what can I do? How can I heal? I'm not God. All I can say is, hey, let's come together as Democrats to win this election. So do you have, I mean, how else can he heal it? They're asking him to reach out to the millions of women who are still aggrieved. What else can he do?
Well, I mean, he can ask for advice. She doesn't have to be the vice president, but because she was in the White House for 8 years, she's pretty hip about worldly decisions that have to be made.
Yeah.
If I just saw them together a little bit, if she just kind of put the ego aside, because the ego has landed.
Right.
If she just put the ego, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you just put that aside.
I like that.
Thank you, Dal. Don't keep it.
That's great. The ego has landed.
Yes. If you just put that aside and have conversation,
okay,
all the women that are so uptight that she didn't get in would get a little ease and a little more, more open. Not be such, truck driver. I don't know, whatever.
Well, they met, and they had a great meeting. It's just that a lot of it's her people. You know, it's her, and even when Obama,
they only met one. They need to do it,
but they will. But it just started. I mean, we got time. You know, it's just started. They just started.
But you're asking, what can that? How can
well,
you
Hillary
soften
will
that?
work. Will work with him, even if she's not liking it so much. But she will work with him, just so that they can get a Democrat in the office for a president.
Yeah.
No matter what it takes, whether she really gets along with him or not, or he gets along with her, you got to put all that aside. If you want a Democrat for a president, you got to work together.
That's right.
Reach out to everybody,
right.
women, Latinos, everyone, and show that you are united, that you two are one.
Yes.
You know, just for that moment, so that you get elected.
And the more she gets out and speak,
right,
actually she's going to have to heal that.
That's right.
The more I think about it, she's going to have to really step it up and heal that.
Right, she's going to have to
and tell her people, look, I don't want you saying that you're going to vote for McCain. And personally, I like McCain. I don't think he's a bad person.
No.
I'm just saying that because I really think Obama is the best person for this at this time. But she needs to open up her mouth more.
Right, she's going to have to swallow.
And I think that what would help personally, I think if he paid her debt. I think if he did the debt.
Oh, that would be
remember
beautiful.
that? Because she says she's really burdened with this debt.
Right.
And I think by him rejecting the public funding, $80 million now, he got freedom to get as much funding as he liked, and with that, he could take care of her debt. So I think the reason he did a flip-flop on the public funding is he could not only counter all the negative stuff they're going to be saying about him, that he's a Muslim, that he's not patriotic, and all that stuff. They're going to dig out everything they possibly can negative, but also healing her debt will make her more nice,
right,
more easygoing, more willing to go out there.
She has to swallow her pride.
The money's going to help her. She got to swallow the debt. If he swallows the debt,
Lewinsky, she has to swallow. Sweetie, in order to forgive and forget. What are you talking about? That's the deal. She cannot be that uptight. If she starts talking all the time, everybody is going to be at ease and comfort. Everybody.
Yeah.
But that's what it's going to have to take. And I don't know if her pride will allow her. I don't know.
You have three egos. You have Michelle Obama, you have Barack Obama, and you have Hillary Clinton. Mm-hmm. You have three very huge egos.
Right.
And none of them probably want to bend that much. But you know what? Just for the sake of your party, your Democratic Party, you're going to have to give in a little bit, and just, relax, calm down. He knows he's running now. He's the official one.
The bell,
Yeah, you guys, I have been too lenient. I have been really too lenient with the bell. Okay, so I'm sorry.
Poor Jerry, she finally says something
I
I
like it. Like that. Thank you so much, Pebbles.
Okay, the next one is yours.
And this
I'll
is,
whack it next time.
and this I thought was great because, again, Hollywood once again is ahead of everyone. We've seen black presidents. Dennis Haysbert played a black president on 24. Morgan Freeman was a black president. Chris Rock and James Earl Jones was black president in the film called The Man. Mm-hmm. So America has seen a black man in the White House. Mm-hmm. So it's not as far-fetched as we think. And I'm just saying that it's not. Again, Hollywood is always like when the great Stanley Kramer did Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, when black men were being lynched for looking at a white woman or a little boy. Emmett Till, was just brutally murdered. Hollywood, Stanley Kramer, who is white and Jewish, who understood suffering, decides to do this film and didn't tell the networks. Didn't
God
tell them. Yeah. He told them it was about, they said, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? He said, oh yeah, it's just about a guy and they don't know, they're going to be surprised who their daughter's going to be dating, da da da. And he gets the film done, and there it is. And it was going to be Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. They don't know.
Did they say it was going to be Sydney?
No, he kept all that quiet, and he was, death threats. People wanted to kill him. Wanted to kill his family.
What year was that?
That was in
67.
67.
Okay, because I drove to Michigan from Chicago to see that film. It was a Saturday, and I couldn't wait. It was fabulous.
Isn't it great?
That's one of my
40 years, 40th anniversary. I'm just saying, but Hollywood is always
14 or 13.
But isn't this interesting though? Why isn't it the ministers? Why aren't the ministers? Shut the hell up! Why aren't the ministers ahead of the game? Why is it that Hollywood has to do what a minister should be doing? Why isn't the white ministers with all their Jesusness? Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they break the color barrier? Why did it have to be Hollywood, who they call us everything? We weren't even allowed to be buried in cemeteries. Actors were looked upon as the worst thing in the world. Why is it that we always lead the way? That's why I believe that actors are the light of the world, not the ministers.
Right.
We have the ministry. We're the calling.
Because the art...
We're always ahead of the game.
The art in people is much more powerful than prayers that aren't real. Prayers that are real is a different story. I'm not talking about that. Okay. I'm talking if they walk like they talk, it's a whole different game. Okay. But you can't do anything unless you bring somebody's attention to it and do it beautifully. And art does it beautifully. Art has no prejudice, no judgment on one side or the other. It just does it. Because it doesn't have consequences.
Right.
They do, and of course they become, what are those nail people? Pedophiles?
Okay. Okay, now Michelle Obama was on The View. I'm gonna stay on Obama for a minute. I think that she's softened her image. She's proven to everybody, Pebbles, we're over here, baby. You don't have to look over there. Keep focused on the show, okay? Wake up. Hey, amen. Woo! Okay. Michelle Obama was on The View, and I think she showed everybody that she is a very likable person, But of course, she loves her husband, so she's passionate about him. And why do we have to hold our heads down and prove we're humble? You can stand tall and still be humble and confident. And especially because it's like a black man or a black woman. I've had even a white man told me once, he says, oh, you must be from Africa. And I said, why? He said, because you walk real tall. And he says, most black men walk like, they like doing this, like they're not trying to they're not looking straight ahead. But it's really an insult, you know what I mean? Because you can't, and Michelle, who's, because she is a bright woman. She also graduated from Harvard Law, a mother, you know.
But she has a thing that called self-esteem that a lot of people don't, white or black.
Yeah.
I remember going to New Orleans in the 80s, and I remember that black people, they were looking at my shoes, and I went, I'm over here. What are you doing? I felt embarrassed. I mean, I never experienced that. And they said, I'm not allowed to look in your eyes. I went, it's like 1987.
What?
1985. I said, you got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
I'm not kidding you. We went
Were you in a
to do
movie?
some bidding.
You were in a film?
On buildings. My ex-plaintiff. That's my
Wow.
ex-husband.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. And the workers there were not allowed to talk to me. I mean, they weren't allowed to look at me.
What city was this?
New Orleans. And by where Cape Hall is, all the food places were. I don't know what part. I mean, it was a main city.
In 80?
In 85 or 84.
They weren't allowed to look in your...
He thought that. I don't know what white people thought, but somebody put that in their head. He said, I can't look at your eyes. I'm not allowed. I'm not supposed to. He didn't say I'm not allowed to. He said,
Now, these are people working for you?
No, they weren't working for... We were looking at some land.
Okay.
And there were workers there, and I wanted to ask him questions.
Okay.
And, he looked down at my shoes. I said, I'm very uncomfortable. Please look at my face. I mean... He goes, I can't.
But did he say I can't because you're white?
To. No, he said I'm not supposed to.
I bet it's not because...
certainly...
I don't think it was that, though. I can't, but not in 80. I just think that maybe you were just told that...
certain workers can actually get in trouble.
Yeah,
They're working
I think
on
that's what...
construction
Yeah.
sites and they're looking at women or anything.
Yeah.
Because that
no,
can be called
usually out
sexual
here they
harassment, so
whistle
won't
their
do it.
ass off.
Yeah,
They do have a rule similar to that.
No,
that
it was that energy, E.T. I'm sorry, whether you believe me or not. Believe me, it was
I'm sorry, I
that.
can't believe that.
Well, I'm sorry.
Not in 80, I'm
I
sorry.
wouldn't believe that a while
83,
back, but
Yeah,
wow.
nah, if you told me 50s, 55,
You didn't go there. You didn't experience this. You're not a white woman.
I'm
just
a black man, though. And I know no black man, if he is, I don't want to meet him.
No, I understand.
If he is a black man, then he should have the shit
I
slapped
had
out
to
of
talk
him.
to Michael.
If he's talking about he cannot look at a white, I'm not, we need to slap the shit out of him
Yeah.
to give him a reality check.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that.
I'm just
He has
saying.
no excuse.
I never seen that.
With all the images that he has today, he needs to have the shit slapped out of
was-
his mouth.
But that was
Taste
over
slapped out of his
20
mouth.
something years
yeah,
ago.
yeah, I can't
Wow,
that
that's
pisses
the
me off.
strangest
I'm really
thing.
pissed off. I want to just punch him in his fucking teeth right now.
He didn't have any.
Okay, what even the gums? I'll take the gums.
Oh, he was in relief there.
Oh,
Baby.
I'm okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, what else we got here? I want R. Kelly. R. Kelly. Seeing is believing. Real or Memorex. Okay.
Yeah.
The verdict is in. He was acquitted, not guilty. I saw the tape myself. I saw the platinum. I saw the gold. I saw him not get it up. He was trying, so maybe that's why, because he really didn't have the equipment to really do what they said he did. It was
But
not happening.
you
He was
obviously-
really, the Viagra was
It's
not
all
working,
about
so
the
maybe.
mole. It's all about his mole. Remember?
Okay.
It's either he did or didn't have a mole.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was on his ass or where it was or on his back, but because they didn't see a mole, that helped acquit him because the mole was missing. I guess he has a mole. Did you know that?
I
They
know
were
it.
watching a tape, and because his mole wasn't
But
there.
unless they bring me an R. Kelly double, an R. Kelly twin, that's R. Kelly.
Who's R.
Like,
Kelly?
oh my God.
A singer.
Oh no. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Tell her.
He's a famous rapper, a famous singer, and he's been accused of being with teenage
Sexual.
girls, and
It's
it's been going
sexy.
on for years. It's been going
Oh
on.
my
for
God!
years.
I'm sorry. It sounded like Art Linkletter. I'm sorry. I went to another place. I'm sorry. I had no
She's
idea.
in the wrong era.
I am gonna listen. It's freaking hot in here. Okay, go ahead.
You thought Art Linkletter was in the video?
I don't know. He talked to kids. He did weird things with kids. I don't know.
But there has
Okay.
to be something to do. It's a mole. Trust me, it has to do with a mole. They had to acquit because not like the glove whatever thing,
Uh-huh.
but it was because of a mole. For this
That
case,
it wasn't
has
the
to do
real
with
deal.
the mole. They did not see a mole, or he has
But a mole can be covered up. A mole can be covered
But
up.
in a certain area on his body,
It
when
still
they
can be
zoom
covered
in,
up with makeup, though. The man is
But you're
wealthy.
still going to have a hump.
Huh?
It must be a distinctive hump. a mole.
No, you
know,
can still no with makeup.
Yeah.
No, you really don't. With makeup, they can put a thing over there that you can't even not
Do
see
you
that.
think when he's getting ready to do a girl, he's going to go in and get makeup and put it
If
on
he
the
does
hump?
not want to be seen, if he want to say it's not him, if he's that, I mean, if he's going to be screwing a girl,
What, do you believe
underage girl, it was him. I saw the tape. It was him.
Okay, I believe
You know,
you.
I mean,
Oh, no doubt, I believe.
I
it
think
was.
the girl willingly did it, but it's
Right.
like if a young boy comes to you, 12 years old, and say, "Hey, I want to have sex with you," you gotta have enough sense to say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Because
would-
a lot
yeah.
of teen girls, you know, come on to even my friends, their daughters, they get kind of like because they see you, you know, they see you on TV or whatever, especially during what's happening time, you know, and you have to like don't want to be alone with them, you know. And one of them actually he left the house and she came in, she sat real close to me, so I had to move away from her.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went upstairs and she followed me upstairs. I went to the bedroom and sat on the bed. Then she came on the bed and that's when I started walking around the place because it was really
Well,
scary.
you have integrity, and most people don't.
I'm just saying, but they coming on, she could have actually said, I
Mm-hmm.
want you. You know, young girls are very, you know,
Can I
like,
tell you,
it's a
I have
different breed.
Nowadays.
like-
I have a memory of when I was 11 and 12. I remember this guy at the Y.
Mhm.
Like, I just thought he was the hottest thing, but I didn't know what hot meant. But I just thought that
Yeah.
because I just thought.
Yeah.
And I remember when he actually came off to me,
Mhm.
I didn't want anything to do with it. I just wanted, I just wanted his attention. So if
Okay.
other 12-year-old and 11-year-olds think like me, I just thought, we're riding a white horse. I don't know. I didn't
Uh-huh.
think really
You wasn't
sexual.
riding on a white horse.
I started-
What
I
you
don't
said?
know. Like he'll marry and he'll.
9 years
What
old.
you said, ride a white horse?
Well, okay, yeah. In those days, I was thin.
With the bestiality, you got the
Oh,
whole, whoa.
No bestiality. It was romantic.
Whoa,
No, but I
okay.
thought entirely different.
All right,
What
this-
I'm saying to you, I was a chick, and I thought different. It
Yeah.
may look different because she's. I don't know. Maybe.
So
it was
the white
different.
horse and all
It was
that.
I didn't really think
I
sex.
never had a
thought-
white horse.
I never, no. That never.
He didn't have a white horse either, and I don't even know if he was white. But that's beside the
Oh.
point. I just.
No, my
But he-
sexual
but he was
feelings
built like a
started though
horse.
when I was 9.
He was built
Yes,
like a horse.
Mr. Ed. He was built like a goddamn horse.
All right, getting into speaking of the girls, yes, you know, there's 17 girls made a pact. Teen girls made a
Yeah.
pact to get pregnant
Yeah. Wow.
so that they can all have their babies at the same time. They were even giving high fives to each other.
Freaking.
That's right.
Your thoughts? What the hell's going on?
I just think it's absolutely asinine. I mean, I've never heard of something so ridiculous in my whole life. 17 of them, and
17.
they're all young.
Yeah.
And some of the men are what, 24?
Oh yeah. The one guy that got
homeless.
a homeless
24?
guy, 24 years
Right.
old, got the one
Where's the
girl's
parental
pregnant.
guidance? Where are the parents?
Yeah,
Where's the
yeah,
school?
yeah,
Where's
that's good point,
all
too.
this sexual education that you're supposed to
Yeah,
be getting?
yeah.
I mean, I don't think any of that would have mattered anyways.
Yeah.
This is what they wanted. They were going to do it no matter what. You could have talked to your blue in the face and they still would have done it anyways. They weren't going to listen.
And yeah, what's going on with the parents? You parents out there, what is going on, man?
I know.
You know, because, you know, we have, in Detroit, I know they were saying over 70% of the kids do not graduate from high school.
How many?
70, over 70%. And you told me Stedman Graham, Oprah's guy, told me, because he has his own self-help,
Oh,
empowering thing. And we spoke at a scholarship banquet. And he told me that, man, I got really depressed. I said, oh, you mean 70% do graduate? He said, no, they don't graduate
Unbelievable.
in Detroit.
Unbelievable.
And then you look at the promiscuity and the unlit teens getting
Well, it goes
pregnant
together.
at 11, 12, 13. I'm just saying, what the hell?
I think here's what's going on.
It's environment, everything.
It's
everything.
2008, and you watch things on television, and you go to places and you get desensitized and you decompartmentalize. Sorry about those words. I
Wow.
won't be ostentatious with myself.
What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
know, really.
You get desensitized. You don't care anymore. You
Forgot
do
my
things
Webster.
that without thoughts, without pause, without anything. You just do things with reaction. You don't pause. You don't think of the whole picture, the consequences. You just do things.
So the parents are doing this, and that carries over to the kids. I'm just saying, where is the root of the cause? What is the root of the cause?
You know what? To
Lack
me,
of
you can't
communication
always
with the
blame
family.
the parents, though. They can try their hardest to
Right.
everything they possibly can
Okay.
to raise that kid the right way, give him the right morals, and give him
Okay.
everything. But you're just going to have some kids that just are going to
Peer-
do what they want
Right.
because of the peer pressure
Peer
and their
pressure.
friends. You know,
Is the most powerful
Right.
thing there is when you're between 11 and
Mhm.
18. Peer pressure
yeah.
is the most addicting, powerful to get I'm okay, you're okay.
But if I was that age, no matter what, I don't care if there'd have been 20 girls, there is no way I would
because
have
look where
gone
you
up there
came
to get
from.
pregnant.
You came from a good family.
But see, I think I would have been that way already. I just would have been that way. It's instilled in me.
Right, because it was instilled in you. Different.
But that's a good point too.
I'm adopted though. I am adopted, so whatever the genes were that my parents have, I don't know those parents that gave birth to me. So I don't know them from Adam. But whatever I had inside me from the day I was born as well, I think had made the person I am today. Yes, my parents helped me a lot. And my mom was like, oh, worried, I want to go to this party thing. But she would have never had to have worried. I wouldn't have gone and partied. I wouldn't have done certain things anyways. You know? But
So
that's
you don't have
just me.
inclination. Yeah.
That's just
And
me.
on the other hand, I left home at 13 and 14 and 15 for good. And my parents are very, very respected folks in the community.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with them. Had to do with the instinct and the wildness and what I had to find out on my own.
Right.
I mean, it's just the way I am. I'm so rebellious.
You were just curious.
I'm very
So see,
curious.
it wasn't your parents.
No, I was
Right.
so rebellious I couldn't even have an orgasm unless my ex-husband told me not to. What are you talking about? No, that's just the way I'm made up. That's my natural.
Yeah.
Okay.
And still,
Okay.
you know, I mean, and she, and we get along, Jerry and I, but we're very different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well, see, I wanted to have sex so bad, probably from the time I was 10. From 10 on, I wanted to have sex really,
Look at
really
E.T.
bad.
turning around. Let me catch
But
this fly.
I had enough morals in me, even though my sex drive is sky high. I didn't act on it. I had enough sense in me. I wanted it so bad, but I wouldn't act on it. You know, and I'd be with boy, and the boy would always respect me. And I'm like, I'm not going to date you anymore. They still would want to go out with me, even though I didn't want to have sex. I mean, I wanted it in the worst way.
Yeah.
You know, and I had a little fooling around, but not the actual sex act.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that there's certain things you're inclined to do, and that's why I think they say you're born in sin. That maybe that meditation and prayer should start immediately, because whatever you are inclined to do, you know, that prayer and spirituality can bridle that.
Well,
you know what I mean? I think that's
I
why
do.
it's so important for that spiritual
Because it keeps
foundation.
you conscious.
Yeah, because no matter how much I strayed, that foundation from the Church of God in Christ, you know, helped me tremendously. Even when I was on drugs or whatever, I could only go so far.
Well, the truth was,
You know what
even
I mean?
in drugs, I didn't
So-
steal. I wouldn't do certain things. I mean, when I was doing that, and I didn't have sex. I mean, but I was a real prick teaser. Are they allowed to say that?
Oh,
word?
that's.
Yeah.
Oh, I was definitely.
You said everything else. I mean,
Well, fucking A.
Well, I waited till I was 18. I
yeah,
made
so-
it. I
okay.
made it till I was 18,
Okay.
and then from that day forward, it was 24 hours a day. No.
Actually, me too. I met my potential ex-plaintiff at 17 and a half.
I was making
And
up
at
for all those
18.
years. I wanted it so bad, and I wouldn't let myself do it.
Well, our church is totally against sex until marriage. So it wasn't until I got to college and frat brothers and stuff like that, and it was, they really didn't treat women the best, you know. They were really just sex objects, you know. You're supposed to conquer. And I mean, they, you know, I was, you know, and I love Kappa Alpha Psi, and my brothers were, you know, that time I was one of the few dark brothers that got in. I mean, most of them were light, you know, because it was a color thing at one time. Most of the light-skinned brothers, they were the pretty boys, and the women on the campus loved them. I mean, they wanted to be dogged by the brothers, you know. So the only thing I thought about, like, man, I wish I had not, you know, because you just go into the party just for that reason, to conquer and let all the other brothers know what you did, and you give them play-by-play. Well, I gave her the liquor, and well, then she said this, and then I said that. Then I said, well, first she resisted, then I got, you know, and you get, and they're like, everybody wants to know the sex stories, you know. And I think I wish, the only thing, I'm glad I'm a Kappa, but I wish I had maintained what the church had given me. And still made them come my way. And that's what I look at now when people like are doing drugs. I get it now. If a minister said, you should be a light where people want to adapt to you. You don't adapt to them. And that was a mistake, because I never liked liquor. They was like, keep drinking, you'll like the taste. I didn't, you know, it was all the cursing. I never cursed. Even believe it or not, I never cursed. I was 19 years old, and they were teaching me how to curse because I sounded white. So they said, you gotta say motherfucker and not motherfucker, Ernie. You gotta. So they actually coaching me into cursing. So I'm just saying, I just thank God for the foundation. I wish that I had And I still think that is the strength of me, is that foundation from the Church of God in Christ, and having a minister, those missionaries, because I didn't have a daddy there. You know, I had a elderly minister who just looked after me, and the missionaries who just would lay hands on me and said, you're so blessed, and you're gonna go to college. And my grandmother said, you're gonna go to college. And that, I think that foundation, what the kids are missing now, I wish they had that. Because in spite of me going astray with the drugs, I had to still, like they say, the minister said, like the redwood tree in Mississippi, the roots are so deep into the ground that when the storms come, the tree still will not fall down. Because, you know what I mean? So it's not that the other trees will fall down, but the roots are so deep into the ground. And I think that faith so deep in you that no matter what, you can weather the storm if you have.
Well, God is everything, or He's not, or He's nothing.
Do you know the reason why
He's everything? The point is, you were supposed to go through what you went through, so you could teach the next man or the next woman, the next little girl, the next little boy, what's up. And you were supposed to experience all that you experienced. You were not supposed to not experience it, because He's everything or He's nothing.
Yeah.
Now, the sad thing is when people do that and they don't learn a thing, that's a waste of life. We have both. We've talked about this for many hours, you and I. And we have learned from huge lessons. Now, how could I learn if I don't do some? I don't learn from success. I only learn from failure. Sorry, and boy, have I learned a lot.
Well, do you know one of the reasons why I wouldn't have sex earlier? It's not so much the religious part about it. Even though I went to church every Sunday and everything, I didn't want to disappoint my mom. Because she had always wanted me to wait till, I got married. And that was my goal, to wait till I got married. So it wasn't the religious part so much for me. But it was not just disappointing my mom. So, I waited till my 18th birthday, and then...
And you let it all out. Now, speaking of fucking, do you think there's too much fucking going on in the world? I actually think there's too much fucking going on in our communities and the world. If we stop fucking for one day, if the ministers could get the community leaders and the political leaders, get the teachers, get everyone to stop fucking and just meditate and pray, I think we can have a spiritual revolution in our communities with the whole gang banging and all that. If we just have if we thought about meditating on God and prayer and thanks and being thankful and grateful, I think that we could change the whole dynamic. I really think that you encourage fuck. If we could stop fucking,
I like that.
Especially the Latino and the Black community, they need to stop fucking and get and get back onto the spiritual thing. And I think this whole thing could be there'll be a spiritual revolution. And I'm as horny as the next person. You know what I mean? When we've talked.
I know.
Do I know you?
In your dreams.
Oh yes.
Oh baby.
But so I don't. I can. Man, I think about sex 1,000 times a day, but that still doesn't mean you have to carry it out. That's the thing. You don't have to carry out.
You don't have to act on all that.
You don't have to act on all.
You don't know that when you do that. You don't know that till the light comes to you. You're ready to hear the light because you're so sick of doing what you've done all your life because it hasn't worked. When you finally surrender, what do they call it? Like when you're sweetly reasonable, when you've done all the mess up that you could, and there's no one person that can help you anymore because they see that you're just not going to listen. When you've had enough, only when you've had enough, do you become sweetly reasonable. And then you could go there. You can't just.
Well, I disagree, but I think you need that now because there are kids who are abstaining from sex. They have they have the abstinence clubs.
Yeah.
I think you really need to be taught. They need to be told. There are people who would listen to that message. They see it. They see what all the fucking. This is what happened. Here's the tape. This is what fucking has done to us. All right, so let's try something new, you guys. If we want another planet, we want peace in our neighborhoods, inner peace, we have to try something different.
And what community shall we start with this?
Our own.
I don't want to exclude that.
Huh?
I'm not excluding that.
What? Not fucking.
Right, thank you. I'm not going to, no.
No, not, well, you're married, but you're married. You have a husband.
Yeah.
We're talking about fucking. You
Oh,
making
just the-
love to your husband. There's
Right.
too much fucking going on.
Oh, just
That's
the-
why young girls, 11, 8. I went to New York at the Humanities High School. 2,500 kids. We had a great time. They arrived and what's happening. We had a great time. We talked about all that. And then the teacher says, "Oh yeah, could you talk to my unwed mothers?" And she said, I said, "What are their ages?" She said, "Oh, 11, 12." And I got so depressed. I said, "Sweetheart, time out, honey. I won't be able to do that one. I can't handle it right now. I can't handle it."
Right.
And that was 10 years ago. So I don't know what's going on now. That was 10 years ago.
Well,
and you got young girls who think I can't. Well, I'm okay if I have the sodomy. So I'm still a virgin. So I'm not actually. My vagina is still intact. My chastity is still intact. So they're doing that, or they're doing the blowjobs.
Mm-hmm.
So they
see,
still
first of
have,
all, because-
and then you have the men telling them, "Well, you're gonna die young." They had a bunch of teens on. They were saying we're gonna die from something, so they're not even trying to be prevented about disease or any of that.
Here's what's happened because
You-
everybody puts stuff ahead of the inside job. Everybody's about stuff, things that money could buy. That's why a lot of that is happening. If I do this with this man, he'll buy me, I could buy a pretty pearl necklace, or whatever, stuff. Stuff has become much more powerful than dialogue with human beings or God relationship or any of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about stuff. And the more stuff we have, and the more it's created very quickly now by man. Women. I mean, it's created very quickly. It's all about that. It's not an inside job anymore. They don't know that it's an inside job.
Now, see, this is where
When
I
the
think it
fact
comes
is,
from
it's only
families,
about that.
too. It comes from the family. If there's not a father in
Or
the house,
vampires to
or a
stuff.
mother in the house, they're not getting the attention they need, the love they need. So they're going out and getting it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Right.
They're going out and getting affection from an older man,
Yeah.
not the way they should be. They're
Yeah.
wanting love and affection from a dad figure,
Yeah.
but they're going about it the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's really about stuff. It's not even
No, not really. No, it's
I don't
it's
know, what
no,
I
it's
saw
about
was
ego.
unbelievable.
It's really about ego.
Right. With stuff.
No, it ain't about stuff. People are fucking for no money at all. They don't need money to fuck.
No, I'm
They
not
only
talking about that.
think-
I'm talking about young children.
No, they're not. It's not about stuff with them. They're fucking just to fuck. They're fucking because the guy's cute. I can have his baby, and since he's not gonna be with me,
They
but I can get the
love him?
prettiest boy.
They're grown up.
Yes,
They feel grown up. They feel
absolutely.
like they're a lot
You got so
older.
many images impacting these kids. They want to
Wow.
at least have a pretty child, something to love them back. Now the thing is, now this is mine. This is like a little doll. This is like a little doll. And I had it from Joey. He's the prettiest boy in town. Even though he don't speak to me, but I got him
They're
always
proud of
right
it.
here.
I'm sure.
That's what's going on. It's not about money. It's about the sensation. It's sensorial.
And what happens is that woman that was abusive with her 5-year-old that we were talking about before.
Oh,
the
God.
camera.
Oh,
Let's
man.
talk about that.
Oh, my
And
God.
that's where that comes from. I want a
Uh.
little baby to love me back. Of course, I'm going to burn it. You don't even know what you're really going to do because you're.
I think
you
she
have
got
no
pregnant by
idea.
accident. This is a lesbian couple, and I don't think that this has anything to being
But she has
lesbian.
3 other children.
But they
older.
happen to
But
be
weren't they
lesbian.
on drugs too?
They're on drugs.
So
they're in
they
a
were-
gang.
They're gang members.
Yeah, so
Right, bad stuff.
but you have people straight do the same thing, but
Yeah.
they happen to be that. But they put it was the worst case of child
Hands
abuse
on
in
those
30 years. They said they actually put cigarettes and burned it on the genitals. It was the worst. The lady
Put
said
his
in
hands on
30
the stove,
years.
and now he can't have full
Yeah,
function
yeah,
of
like
his
he's
hands.
yeah.
And thank God for that
30
metro bus driver or whoever it was that
Yeah.
saw him on the metro lane
Yeah.
because it was a stranger. Because the neighbors
Yeah.
would just not. They heard about it.
Yeah.
They talked to them. They said, "Well, we thought, but we didn't want to say
Yeah.
anything to hurt her feelings."
Yeah, yeah,
Fuck you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Fuck
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Stand
That-
up and be right,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, so you stank ass bitches. I hope you do 50 years in jail. You know what I mean? Fuck you. You grown ass stink assholes. And you should never some people should never have children. I bet it happened by accident.
Oh, yeah.
But then you got that father, remember that motherfucker who drowned his kids at Marriott Hotel. He drowned his kids to get back at his wife. You know what I mean? So what we do here is My Pimp TV. We do what Katie Couric won't do. You know what I mean? Larry King. They sit there and do you like this. Yeah, today two women they burned the child with cigarettes. They cut his wrist. They cut his legs off. And next we have the weather. We say this motherfucker, this selfish son of a bitch, did this to an innocent child, and God don't like ugly. and you
That's
will
right.
get yours. So we tell her like we speak like the people really want to talk. And this is what Katie Couric wants to do. This is what all the I know they got to have a certain decorum, but we're gonna tell her like it is, and we still say that God will own and operated by God. We believe in God. I do.
I do.
You do?
I have a relationship
just
with
like,
him.
okay, that's
Real
what I'm saying.
tight.
So
What do you mean?
that's I'm just. Well, I have friends who are atheists, and you know we agree to disagree. I'm just saying.
Right.
So I'm just saying. I do. That's my.
I haven't
foundation.
always, but I have for the last 16 years.
Okay. So we're here again. This is our new home. I want to.
It's very comfortable. I love it.
We're going to bring you more exciting topics every week on the spot live at edityourvideo.com. You can also go to, well, not yet, but soon, mypimptv.com.
Yes, .com.
And we're going to have it on both stations. Don't forget Everybody Hates Chris, Sunday nights.
Yeah.
CW channel. I'm Mr. Omar. God bless Chris Rock. God bless the producers, Tashina Arnold, Terry Crews. I gotta give it up to Job, you know, Job Security.
Right there. Hey.
And thank you for our new family.
And our new family with Ross and the whole crew here. Yolanda Buggs, our producer. Miguel Camargo's not here, is also producer at Abstentia. And we just thank God. This is the best is yet to come, you know. So we thank you, we love you, and hey, come back to My Pimp TV!
Hey, what's up? This is Trina. Make sure you stay tuned to edityourvideo.com, all right?
You know we on the spot. I said we on the spot. On the spot. On the spot. Live.
In a real life, real advice, real perspective, not always nice. In a real life, on the spotlight, make the wrong choice and you might not survive. This is real life, well it's like LA life. Everybody wanna live that good life. This is real and got so much appeal. On the spot, it's real.
The only thing I heard about Covina is a lot of rehabs.
Yeah.
Not good ones, yes.
I saw a really cool mall on the
I had to
freeway.
take my ex-boyfriend.
Did you decide not to?
Oh, no.
She said
I
it's
was
too hot
melting
for
away, I
her.
almost passed
She said
out.
it's too hot for her.
I'm going to have to put up with my rosy complexion, and that's just the way it's going to be.
She gonna,
White background.
I told her
That's
just wear
okay.
anything colorful next year. Anything colorful.
Okay, next time I'll wear, not this.
Yeah, just, yeah.
I'm going to wear just your tie.
Ooh.
Jerry gets excited. Not E.T. Jerry gets excited.
Right.
This is how
right.
sad my life has become.
Yeah, Jerry's like, oh, yeah.
Jerry's so funny.
Yeah, and I'm going like, yeah, whatever. So, look, we just go like nothing's going on.
Are we on?
Not with the weather. No.
Is it-
No, they doing audio.
The audio?
You know what's a bad album? It's Usher's new CD.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen him perform that song? Like Love in the Club? That is so awesome, man.
He
Yeah,
took a little
yeah.
break, huh?
Yeah, but he
I thought
came
was
back.
good.
He
Yeah,
needed it. He
came
needed it.
back
She had a
strong.
baby.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
wife, kid, man. But that song
And
in
I
the
love what he
club.
said. He said, I gotta get this straight. I did not fire my mother.
Oh, okay.
I retired her. Let's get this straight. I
Oh, that's nicely
retired her.
said.
That's nice.
That's nicely said.
That's a
Mama
way to put
said.
it.
Mama said, I got fired.
He said, I retired her.
Okay.
I saw that. I said,
Yeah.
all right. You know, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
he's probably trying to spread his
yeah,
wings,
sure, yeah.
fly.
And she, because you know, he's not the little kid
birthed
anymore,
him,
and
you
that's
know?
a hard, that's a hard thing to,
But that's healthy to get that.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
had to do that.
yeah, he had
Because
to.
Mama said they be Dave's like that.
It's hard
I
to
mean,
be.
you know, I'm sure she living. He making sure she living.
Oh, she doing y'all, man, and he
And it's
looks so much
beautiful.
alike. I mean, that is her son, man. He looks like
I
a
think he's
stick
beautiful.
image. Yeah.
You know, I didn't know that he went and stayed with Puffy for,
Puffy groomed him. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then he signed with Jermaine Dupri, which was very odd to me.
Yeah.
because
They
why
all
wouldn't
kind
Puffy
of.
snatch him up,
Yeah.
knowing what he's helped create.
Yeah. But they were trying to feel where because he lost when his voice was high.
Oh yeah.
Then he freaked out because then it changed, and the label also freaked out.
That's right.
And they wanted to drop him. They didn't know what to do.
That's right.
And so it was very depressing for him at that time. Then he found his new voice.
And that's when Jermaine.
Yeah. But it was
Or not Jermaine, LaFace.
the face, yeah. But they talked about how they like freaking out. Oh, what happened?
Right.
Don't you love the lighting?
Uh-huh.
The lighting on the
And
TV.
these cameras are not as good as Gary's. Alonzo, they look.
They had
My
yeah,
God, this
they
is
shot
fabulous.
they shot HD, but the way Ross lights it's gonna look.
That looks
like-
better.
That
It looks like night and day,
It
right?
looks
For me?
great.
Night and day, right?
Oh, I love
Yes,
it.
I'm looking at it through here.
Yeah, amazing, man.
Big time.
Okay, camera's in position.
Let me give her a water, Ross.
Shouldn't ET be right in front of this, or am I crazy? Like right in front of this? No. Alrighty, never mind.